Hotep, Mansho and Nawasha in the Car series. Unconditional love. What is it? Why is it relevant? Unconditional love to me represents acceptance. It's the ability to accept a person, place, or thing, even if it's not something we agree with or something that we like. And I think that this is relevant in our relationships because naturally we all in love with or connected to or related to people, places, and things that we may love in its entirety, but not necessarily like everything about that. And I think that even plays out in ourselves. Hopefully we all love ourselves, but there are definitely aspects of ourselves that we do not like and that we strive to improve on. And so that's a reference for unconditional love on a practical level.
Well, I think that unconditional love is sometimes a hard concept to grasp because when we're saying unconditional, we're talking about our higher vibration, our higher understanding of the importance of love. We're not saying that you should have zero conditions on your relationship. So for Mansho and I, of course, we have a couple of deal breakers that if certain things happen in our relationship, we're just not going to be together anymore. Those are our conditions for the relationship. But there is no condition that I wouldn't love Mansho, and I feel the same way. There's no condition that he wouldn't love me, and that creates a safe space in our relationship for mistakes, for growing. You know, you're going to have certain mistakes just by going through the growth process. And growth is a necessity for yourself personally and for your relationship. We all know the expression, if you don't grow, then you're dying or you're dead. And that's very much true as you in your relationship with someone. You have to expand, you have to grow. And in that, there's going to be a chance, the opportunity that things aren't going to go well. And if you don't have room for unconditional love or a sense of security that it's not going to be the end of your relationship, that can keep you from actually even growing. And it can keep you from wanting to grow. And then that can turn into a whole bunch of other challenges, a whole bunch of other problems, because you still have the desire, the need to grow. So when you don't do it in your relationship, you end up moving to another relationship or to another thing that is then going to feed your growth and your variety. And then that can actually cause you to have distance between you, which can lead to separations, infidelities, just, a level of unhappiness, all stemming from the fact that we don't know how to love unconditionally.
Right. And we, culturally we look at it and we strive to have unconditional love, and we do have unconditional love for our people. Historically, there's been a lot of people and we've had a lot of different names for them. Coons, toms, sellouts, Negroes, niggas, whatever we've called them, that are people who move against the greater good or what we collectively feel is the greater good. And, we hear all kind of different things about how to deal with these people, kill them, ignore them, whatever. I don't advocate killing them because they are a part of us. I definitely don't advocate ignoring them because sometimes they sabotage our charge forward. But to understand and embrace them and understand them with the technique of unconditional love, I think that a lot of the times, the confusion comes with the condition word, because condition, as Nawasha said earlier, refers to rules. And so a lot of times for men especially, we believe that unconditioned means that there are no rules. And so when we interpret it like that, it's very hard for us to conceive, well, how can I deal with somebody and there's just no rules? No matter what they do, I'm going to love them. And, not really understanding what this is versus what it is not. Sometimes as men, we hurt our blessings with our children, with our women, and with our people, because people have one time to break a rule and then we cut them off, or we cut ourselves off actually from the blessings of the relationship that we could have with that person.
And, likewise with women, sometimes in our aim, and I think sometimes women, especially in our culture, there's a little bit of an understanding that your mother or women represent an unconditional kind of love.
Right.
You know, we definitely know our children can do things that we don't condone, that we don't appreciate, and we still say, I love you anyway. You know, we stand with our adult children through murder, through, you know, assaults, through a lot of other
Babies
things.
on the news tonight.
You know, and you'll still see a mom in a courtroom. You'll still see a mom saying, hey, I don't agree. I gave my child what I could. I don't agree with what they did, but I'm going to love them forever, unconditionally. And we accept that role sometimes as a mother. But where that is out of balance is when we have no boundaries. You know, so as Mansho said, you know, men might have a certain idea about breaking a rule or breaking a condition, where women just have this, there's no line that you can cross, and I'm always going to take you back. I'm always going to love you, you know, to the detriment of ourselves. And we have to learn to have a firm boundary, still be loving and love unconditionally, because in love, there's correction and there are rules and there's order and there's justice. You know, if you're really loving well and loving correctly and culturally, there's going to be a boundary that comes with that. First, give yourself more unconditional love. You know, take care of yourself and those parts of yourself that are still growing, that you know you want to make some strides, or you're not exactly where you are. So set some rules for yourself, set some boundaries, but still love yourself unconditionally. And then there's some relationship right now in your life that could use some unconditional love. So you know what it is, whether it's your parent, your child, a coworker, a spouse, or some other intimate relationship. Right now, today, understand that person from a loving perspective. You know, really look to understand them, and that will help you start to cultivate unconditional love. And if you need to set rules, have that conversation from a loving place. If you need to reaffirm some boundaries, have that conversation. But that's going to be the start to more unconditional love in your life.
And just recognize that unconditional love doesn't mean that it's an either or. It includes loving the person and accepting their faults, not with the understanding that we're not going to strive to improve as long as they want to improve what you consider a fault, but knowing in yourself that we all have parts of ourselves that we do not like, and so we can have more compassion and hence, you know, unconditional love for our people. And don't get confused that it doesn't mean, you know, that it means no structure. We still stand on a moral, ethical foundation of Ma'at, and the virtues, principles, and laws of Ma'at should guide our moral, ethical, and social interaction with each other. But we want to be compassionate and have acceptance. And so that's our introduction to unconditional love. Stay tuned for more. Coleman House Initiative, Mansho and Nawasha in the Car series, getting unconditional with love. Nia Akoma Hotel.